I bet you didn't know how the Battle of Marathon shaped Western civilization. Like, share, and subscribe. The year is 490 BC. The ancient world is a tapestry of emerging civilizations, each vying for power. The Aegean Sea sparkles under the Mediterranean sun. Its waters are brilliant blue, reflecting the tranquility of the skies above. But beneath the calm surface, tensions are brewing and the winds of war are beginning to stir. Two powerful forces are on a collision course, the Persian Empire and the Greek city-states. The Persian Empire under King Darius I is vast and imposing, stretching from the Indus River to the Aegean Sea. Darius has set his sights on conquering Greece, envisioning it as a stepping stone to further expand his empire. The Greeks, fiercely proud of their independence, are a collection of city-states, each with its own government and culture. Despite their rivalries, they recognize the shared threat and come together to face a common enemy. The coming clash at Marathon will determine the fate of Greece and shape Western civilization for centuries, a clash between tyranny and democracy. The Greeks, with their democratic institutions, stand in stark contrast to the autocratic rule of the Persian Empire. The courage and determination of the Greek warriors will become a symbol of the fight for freedom and self-determination. As the Persian forces approach, the Greeks prepare for a battle that will echo through the ages. The Battle of Marathon is not just a fight for territory, but a struggle for the very ideals that will shape the future of the Western world. The victory at Marathon will inspire generations and lay the foundation for the rise of Western civilization. From this moment, the seeds of democracy, philosophy, and art will take root and flourish, influencing countless generations to come. The legacy of Marathon is a testament to the enduring power of courage, unity, and the pursuit of freedom. And so the Battle of Marathon stands as a pivotal moment in history, a beacon of hope and resilience that continues to inspire us today. The seeds of conflict between Persia and Greece were sown years earlier. The tension between these two great civilizations was palpable, simmering beneath the surface, waiting for a spark to ignite a full-blown confrontation. In 499 BC, the Ionian Greek cities located on the coast of Anatolia revolted against Persian rule. These cities, once thriving under their own governance, found Persian domination stifling and oppressive. The Ionians, seeking to break free from the yoke of Persian oppression, appealed to their mainland Greek counterparts for assistance. They sent envoys to Athens and other Greek city-states, pleading for aid in their desperate struggle for freedom. Athens, ever the champion of liberty, responded to the Ionians' plea. The Athenian assembly, driven by a sense of kinship and a shared desire for autonomy, decided to support their fellow Greeks in their fight against the Persian overlords. They dispatched a small force to aid the rebels in their struggle against the Persian Empire. This contingent of Athenian soldiers, though modest in number, carried with them the hopes and dreams of a people yearning for freedom. The arrival of Athenian troops infuriated Darius. The Persian king, who prided himself on his unchallenged authority, saw this as a direct affront to his rule. He saw it as a direct challenge to his authority and a blatant act of aggression. In his eyes, the Athenians had overstepped their bounds, daring to interfere in the affairs of his empire. The Ionian revolt was swiftly crushed by the Persian forces. The might of the Persian army was overwhelming, and the Ionian cities, despite their valiant efforts, could not withstand the onslaught. Darius, however, was not content with merely quelling the rebellion. The defiance of the Ionians and the audacity of the Athenians had left a deep mark on his pride. He vowed revenge against Athens for their interference. This was not just about punishing the rebels, it was about sending a clear message to all who might dare to challenge Persian supremacy. He was determined to make the Athenians pay dearly for their support of the Ionian rebels. In his war council, he laid out his plans for a punitive expedition that would bring Athens to its knees. The Persian king began to plan a massive invasion of Greece. Ships were constructed, soldiers were trained, and resources were amassed for the impending campaign. He would teach Athens and the rest of Greece a lesson they would never forget. The Persian army, vast and formidable, began its march towards the Greek mainland, driven by the king's unyielding resolve. a firestorm of Persian fury that would soon engulf the shores of Greece. The sight of the Persian fleet approaching the Greek coast was a harbinger of the devastation to come. The stage was set for a confrontation that would echo through the ages. The clash between Persia and Greece was not just a battle of armies, but a battle of ideologies, a struggle for the very soul of the ancient world. In the late summer of 490 BC, a massive Persian fleet appeared off the coast of Attica. The sight was awe-inspiring and terrifying, as the number of ships seemed endless. The Persians had come with a clear purpose, their ambitions vast as the sea they crossed. The Persians, numbering in the tens of thousands, arrived to exact their revenge. This was a statement of power and dominance. The soldiers, clad in distinctive armor, assembled with precision, ready to unleash their might upon the Greek lands. They landed at Marathon, a plain located about 26 miles northeast of Athens. This location was strategically chosen for its proximity to Athens and its symbolic significance. Marathon was where destinies would be decided. The flat terrain offered a suitable battleground for the Persian army, which relied heavily on its cavalry. The open fields allowed their horsemen to maneuver freely, giving them a tactical advantage over the Greek hoplites. Moreover, Marathon was close enough to Athens to strike terror into the hearts of the Athenians. The psychological impact of the Persian presence so near their city was immense. News of the Persian landing spread like wildfire through Attica. Messengers ran tirelessly from village to village, their urgent cries echoing through the hills and valleys. The Athenians, outnumbered and outmatched, faced a stark choice: surrender to Darius or fight for their freedom. The decision was not easy, as the odds were heavily stacked against them. Despite the overwhelming odds, the Athenians chose defiance. They were driven by a fierce determination to protect their homeland, their families, and their way of life. They mobilized their army, consisting primarily of citizen soldiers called hoplites, and marched to Marathon. These hoplites, though not professional soldiers, were fiercely loyal and highly motivated. The Athenians knew they were facing a formidable foe, but they were determined to defend their homeland to the death. Their resolve was unshakable, their courage unwavering. They would fight for their families, their freedom, and their way of life. The emotional weight of their mission was palpable as they bid farewell to their loved ones. The Persian invasion had begun. The sight of the Persian soldiers disembarking from their ships was a stark reminder of the formidable challenge that lay ahead. The fate of Athens, and indeed of all Greece, hung precariously in the balance. The tension in the air was palpable, as the citizens of Athens anxiously awaited the outcome of the impending battle. The Battle of Marathon was about to begin. The stage was set for a confrontation that would echo through history. Both sides prepared for the clash, their hearts filled with fear, determination, and hope. Don't forget to subscribe.